everybody, this is Al with El Rey Collection. Hope everybody is doing well. Sorry for the super short notice, but then again, I always do that, so that's just the way that it rolls. Sometimes just don't know when I'm going to have a window to do something. Get some card savers ready here. Just had a bunch of boxes laying around, and I'm like, you know what? I got to clean up this thing, so might as well just open it up. Also, open it up to questions that people may have. Great. We had a great vintage auction at the PWCC last Sunday, so that was super fun. Hope everybody had fun doing that as well. I guess let's see, where should I start here? I think I got little bits and pieces, so I think I'm just going to get right to it. Actually, let me put the comments section over here. All right, perfect. If you've got any questions, comments, feel free to dump them in. I can talk about that while I open the stuff. Talk about anything hobby related. And without further ado, I'm just going to start cracking stuff. Let me see, where does this thing come from? The UK. So let's see here. Should be able to slide right in. Get some of these. Oh gosh, guys, these are very UK paper. You know, they have these cool things that have this hard back to it with like an envelope on the front. I love that. I think Paul Bowditch used to send all his stuff when he would sell on eBay in that. And this is cool. This is just one of the 1970s Eusebios that I didn't have. A 74, 75. Universales are not the most tough, but for whatever reason, I didn't have this. It was graded, and I think it was Joe Gems. Is the guy who sold me that on the Discord. Thank you. Happy to get another little thing. That's such a great question. Seb. I think the answer, actually, I don't think. I know the answer is no. You cannot have that one. Actually, that card will make an appearance here on a show soon. I'm just going to be as cryptic as that, and I will. We can later kind of discuss a little bit more of that because it's kind of interesting. It's that's just one of my favorite cards, right? That's just in my entire collection. No idea on like real value, like where that would stack up. I mean, it's not inexpensive, but I don't think it's the most expensive card I have. But I just don't. It's just one of my favorites. And that's actually something I've been thinking a little bit about. It's like, okay, forget about like value of cards. Like, what are just your favorite cards? I don't know if you guys have ever thought about that. You know, it could be sentimental, how you got it. It could be, just eye appeal. It could be just rarity. It could be a player you had a specific affinity for. Wow, this one's got duct tape on it. So I don't know. Just something I had been thinking about. Not necessarily has to be the most important card. Although that particular card, the Stagny Mesas, I believe is quite important. But I don't know. What are your, actually, Seb, since you're here, what are some of your, like, literally, like, just favorite cards? Or anybody else? Man, I don't know why this is proving so difficult. Okay, here we go. It's a big box for, the funniest thing here is I literally have no idea what's in any of these boxes. So we're finding out together. I've just been super busy at work. I was going to say the last couple of months, but really the last 6 months, I think. All right. Oh, yeah, this is fun. So these are the not great condition, but these are from the late 20s, early 30s from El Salvador album that very closely resembles, this is an Alcantara and Romano, very closely resemble an African set as well from the same period. These are totally thrashed. They have holes in them. But these are super rare. So That's fun. Glad to add a couple of those already in Card Savers. So that is good. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's see. Open. This feels like a vault shipment because it's just one. It's just one card, and they use these sturdy mailers. The PWC, no, not PWCC. No, Fanatics, I guess is what we're supposed to be calling it. Vault. So let's see where we end up with this. Which one this is? Oh, okay. This is a Schiaffino rookie. There are two versions of this card. There's a green version where he's on the national team, and this is his team version. Pretty thin, like removed. It's a blank back, but it's a pretty thin copy. So just did not have that one, so added that one to the collection. Here is a bigger box. It's not that heavy though, so let's kind of get in there and let's see what we have in here. I'd say this stuff, yeah, I think I did one last month, so it's basically a month. So, you know, a couple things a week kind of here. Come in, they get put off to the side, and then we kind of see what's going on from there. Oh, it's a box in a box. So we've got the box in the box phenomenon going on. So I have to cut this tape. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Looking forward to, gosh, it's I think a half an hour, Copa del Rey. So we'll see the Clásico, Barcelona and Real Madrid getting it on tonight in about a half an hour. Exciting, at least my time. Yeah, I guess it would be everybody's time, right? Doesn't really matter. Just matters what time zone you're in. But in a half an hour is, I think, when the game starts. At least that's when I think the coverage starts here. Okay, it's kind of a bulging, small, flat rate box with the U.S. Postal Service. Some of these are hard to get. There we go. Let me see. Oh, it's a decent stack of stuff. Oh yes, this is fun. You know, the you guys may have heard me say, you know, across time that the early 1950s Brazilian items are just not common. And here is a bunch of them from the 52 Americana. Again, not the most common or uncommon set, but here's a DD. You can see it's kind of mangled here at the bottom, but it's DD. You've got a nice Zizinho. You know, these are all, the backs are really good on these. I think these are kind of upgrades for my, all but one, I think, is an upgrade. Here's a Djalma Santos. So one, but look how beautiful the back is. I mean, I take these all day long. Here's a Nilton Santos. Another great. Jair. Just how many great Brazilians. Every time I see these and I remember about the 1950 World Cup that they didn't win, Ademir, it's just a shocker. Look at that's all one, but look at that back. I mean, you could do so much worse on these. There's a Barbosa. They spelt it wrong. They spelt it like they have it on the card. And Julinho. So those are fun. 1952 Brazilian Americana cards. Fun little haul there. Let's see what else we got here. We got this one. Let's see how that's going. This one comes customs. So this is coming from the Netherlands. What's this? We will soon find out together. Let me check, see if there's any comments. Nope. So actually, yeah, not many people. Sorry for the late go here. It just is what it is, you know. You just got life in the way, got to get stuff done, and then just decided to clean up whatever was around. Okay, it's this is a popular technique, the box in the box technique. Soon to be the cleanup project. One more thing on the list of things to do today. All right, so I can use the box cutter. It's here for, I guess. So, Seb, since you're on, or maybe you're not still on, did you pick up anything good? I don't recall what you got from the vintage PWCC. Oh, this is kind of a cool feature. You don't get in a lot of American boxes. And it has these side things. It's kind of nice. This feels really light. Box is just all over the place there. And then within the box is an envelope. So we got an envelope. And we have some, I always love this set. This is the Monty Gum 1974. It's probably a set I would consider building someday. I don't know if you can really build it for the registry, just because many of the cards would be worth $1, and you got to pay now $20 to grade them, so that's just not gonna work. And here's the Dutch team. This one's not graded, but it has Cruyff in it, so very cool. I like these 1974 Monty Gums, and this to me is a classic. Probably, man, this is gonna be tough. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say top 5 Cruyff card for me. I just think it's so important. 74 World Cup, Monty Gum, tough set. I think the 71 Monty Gum is like head and shoulders up there with the rookies, the Sicker Verlag and the Polarex. But yeah, shit. I'm surprised that more of these things don't need card savers. Here's FedEx. So let's see what's in here. At first, I thought this was a business letter, but alas, it is not. When you see the address, you say, all right, so here is enjoy. There we go. And this you may, if you were tuned into the videos, you may recognize this. This is a Zico rookie, not the traditional Saeta one. This isn't the best copy. It was extracted. You can kind of see it maybe on the glare here. You can't, but but it's a blank back, still super solid. You can tell the difference because it's a little wider and it has the number 217 in the bottom quarter. PSA doesn't grade this because it's not part of it's a pirated album, but CGC does grade this. So that is exciting. Glad to get that one. I had thought that I had one, but I couldn't find it. One just recently went for auction in the PWCC vintage, soccer vintage this last weekend. So it was nice to pick that one up. What's this one over here? Got a couple more here. Let's see here. Everybody's having a good weekend. Who do you guys like, Real Madrid or Barca? Barca's the right answer. But if you're Real Madrid fans, you know what? I can't blame you for that. It's a fun team. I don't know how they. It just seems like they're worse now without with Mbappe, which is just so weird. Like, does anybody else feel that way? I feel like PSG's better without Mbappe, and Real Madrid's worse with him. I don't know. I mean, and he's a great player. I'm not an Mbappe hater. I just am wondering, like, what's going on with that? You know, I think the way that Arsenal took them out of the Champions League was just borderline embarrassing. The way that they just didn't show up. And I'd love to give all the credit in the world to Arsenal, but I don't know. It just seems odd. Let's see. I'm gonna cut through some of this. Interesting packaging here. Here we go. We got trash. Actually, make sure all this is truly empty. Have you guys ever thrown something away that was like in the packaging? I have. Not fun. And they're like, wait a second, you didn't include that. They're like, oh, it was in there. And you go back, dig it out of the trash. Sure enough. So learned my lesson on that one. So these maybe scare my dogs here. Oh, no, these went quietly. All right, let's see what's in here, guys. Bunch of card savers. Oh, this is a bunch of different fun stickers. These are, mostly Peruvian stickers. Here's a Varela. That's nice. Here's a Champitas. This is one you don't see very often. It's destroyed, but it's a Zinho. Very fun. Here's the Hento. Here's a Puskas. And these are in really bad shape. But anyway, here's a Labruna. Obviously, he's retired by this. Soskic. So there's a just bunch of. Here's a super terrible Jan Moreno. You never see this though. Obviously, post playing career, but this is Pedinera, no? Yeah, Pedinera, Adolfo Pedinera. So these are from these late '60s cards. It's a fun little group. Terrible condition, but not super common. That stuff. So I think I'm down to the last. Hey, the Land of the Free. Love that name here. Nice. 1986. The Land of the Free and Hand of God, man. Those are great titles. I love those. Let's see here what we got. This is registered mail from the U.S. So, I think I know what this is. A couple cards in here. Some fun cards. Very, very well sealed. So I'm just going to take straight box cutter to this. And here we go. Let's see what's in here. I think I know. Personally. I literally have a wall of trash over there now, so let's get the surgery going. This is from, I believe, Soccer Collector. Been selling a lot of epic items on the Discord over the last few months. He's kind of an OG collector and moving in a different direction now, but he's letting some of his great stuff go. And here is one of the really great ones. Incredible condition with a Tarragona back. I have this card in a number of different iterations. Absolute beauty here. So excited to have that one. Here's one recently just sold. And this is Team USA. And this is the Eduardo P. It just sold in a Fanatics auction. And so I had picked this one up before. I have a lot of Team USA stuff, and this is just a really nice copy of the card. It's a SGC3. So happy to add that little one. This one you guys have all seen. This is a Andrade postcard. So that's super nice. Just what a great image this is. It's a photograph. So that is super cool. At least I think it's super cool. It's an Andrade photograph from the 1924 Olympics. And then this beautiful photograph as well. Take this out so you can see this. This is a Mesa. Just a beautiful postcard. It's a photographic postcard that's embossed. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't, but you can. I can't get the light so you can see this, but it's embossed on the front and the back. Maybe you can see it more on the photographic side. There you can. With the photographer name, which I think is just amazing. Love that stuff. So there's that. So those are exciting. Is that it for today? That may be it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just double check. First, I want to put this away. But I figured you could see the photograph a little bit better than through the... I love these photographs. So nice. Okay, so let's see. I don't think any of that is this stuff. Oh, I got one more over here. So let's see what we got, and I'll check the comments, and we'll be out of here sitting down to watch the Barca Real Madrid game. Fun. Let's see. We got PSA box with a little thing. Oh yes, this is really kind of a nice little item, and a lot of the South American teams, and at various times, just the leagues or people promoting the leagues or doing advertising around there would make these little booklets. And if I can get in here, I'll show you. Yeah, so this is like the booklets that you would see. And you could perforate them. You can see here how they would accordion out. And, you could, in many cases, perforate them at the folds, and then they would stand alone as individual cards. So this one's not perforated, and I will likely not perforate it. But you've got really cool, like here's the Jadama Santos. Milton Santos is on here, from what I recall as well. Let me see on this side. This one doesn't have Pele. It's pre-Pele. I was trying to see here. Gosh, I can barely read it. Mauro. So this has got to be like 56, 57, I think. So anyway, a very cool little book. It has the Brazilian, national team on it, and it's just very, very fun. Again, I don't think PSA is generally grading these little booklets if you decided to extract them. And when I mean extract, I mean take it out of this little booklet and then sever them, because there's no perforations on them, so you'd have to do it with scissors, so they'd have to be hand cut. but they're just not. They're not doing those right now. So I don't know why this is not clicking. There we go. There we go. It's clicking. So a little booklet there. And honestly, I think that that's it. I'll give one last look around. Oh, no. Yeah, here's one. Let's take a look. So, yeah, I got these random packages around. That's why it's just getting unwieldy walking around them. So it's fun and needed to happen to get through this stuff. All right. Wasn't a lot that needed to go into card savers there in these shipments. Oh, this is super fun. These are some rare Valderrama cards. So varying degrees of rarity, but there is fun. Look at these. This is from Salo, which is a Chilean company. This is a really cool one. It's an advertising one for Samsung, Adidas, and the TV. Also from Chile. That's really cool. You've got this Copa America 95. I think this is forget which one. I think this is the Colombian release. The brown. And then next to it here, or is it the blue? Gosh, I'm drawing a blank right here, guys. No, maybe it is the blue. So they look the same, but they're not. Actually, different even materials. I think this one's heavier. I think slightly heavier. Here's this looks like a 1990 Valderrama, but guess what? It's from actually Colombia, the Carvajal version that Panini prints for Carvajal, which is just so cool. I love that. I think I'm going to probably end up having to give some of this stuff to Champ. You know how it goes. Shout out to the Champ and his budding internet career. Here's another Salo from the 1993 Copa America from Chile. So these are just fun. Here's another one. So these are just really fun, a fun grouping of Valderrama cards. There's a regular 94 sticker. All right, so I think that's it. So who's gonna into the final? I mean, I actually don't think there's a favorite right now. I'm in Vegas, maybe. I'm gonna just go with my heart here and say the U.S. and Mexico. I mean, how perfect would that be? Of course, that's not going to happen. Neither one of them, I don't think, will get to the quarters. But I think maybe both get to the knockout stage, which would be pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm just excited for it to be here. You know, I think, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I really hope Messi plays. That would be great. Argentina will not win, I don't think, but it would just be great to see him out there. It would be it's just I'm just so looking forward to this. I'm going to try to go to some games in Mexico, try to go to some games in the US, try to hit the final. So I don't know if anybody else is planning on going out there, but it would be awesome to have like a Discord, party in some city to do something. So that's something we can think about. Got a year plus to plan. In the meantime, I'm super looking forward to the Real Madrid Barca game. It's about to kick off, so hope you guys enjoy that as well. Hope you enjoyed the little mail day. Nothing crazy out of this world, but lots of little nits and things that you like, right? From cool photographs to Zico rookie card to super rare cards from El Salvador to completing the Eusebio collection. I mean, this is just how two rare collection of Valderramas, to a Team USA from the 1924 Olympics. Just lots of stuff. 1950s Brazilians, 1960 Chileans. Nice, healthy mix of things, I think, and hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, can you hit a like? Doesn't cost you anything. Helps the algorithm. Helps expand soccer collecting and vintage soccer in particular. And if you haven't subscribed, I really appreciate you subscribing so that, again, you can help the algorithm. If you haven't joined the Discord, please join the Discord. I should have a link below. I don't know. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, but I'll try to make sure that that's there. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful time collecting. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.